If you've had the unfortunate experience of dealing with nightmares recently, you're not alone. So did I. I'm going to tell you why those nightmares are happening in the first place and how you can prevent them from happening in the future. Because believe me, when you've got solid sleep in place, with no nightmares, no distractions, no nothing, I swear to God, it's so much better than caffeine or any other type of way that you can implement to try and improve your energy, okay? So, first things first, why are we experiencing these nightmares? So, essentially, throughout our days and even weeks and months, we have problems, okay? Maybe there's a fight you got into with a family member or a friend, or just something that's been bothering you, and you essentially haven't allowed yourself to process this emotion or event. I'll give you an example. Recently, I started this YouTube channel, right? And so outwardly, I've been showing that I'm, confident and feeling great, like it's not affecting me at all. But subconsciously, it does make me a bit nervous, because people at the end of the day are going to be judging me, and I'm worried, especially what my family thinks. And so recently, in my dreams, I found that they were less pleasant and more nightmarish. And so in those dreams, I'd see my family, I'd see random lizards that just kept and kept on appearing. And it got so bad to the point where I remember one night with the lizards, okay? I remember waking up from that dream, and as I moved my head, I could see scary things in the room. But the thing is, as I was moving my eyes and my head, those images were moving with me. So I knew that they were just hallucinations. But then, I swear to God, right over there, I saw a man standing right in front of me, or at least a shadow of a man. And that terrified me. And I literally punched the air, okay? I punched the air because it really freaked me out. And I was wondering, why is this happening? Like, goddamn, it really does affect your sleep. It's a bad experience to go through, and not something that you want to be having. And so, as I started thinking more and more about it, I realized all those previously mentioned things about worrying about what people think of me and just general stress that piles up in your life, that was not being processed by me. I was just ignoring it. I was just going on with my day, being busy, reading books, hanging out a lot with friends. Normally when I'm a bit more by myself, I actually tend to spend more time with my thoughts. I spend more time journaling them because it, one, allows me to process them, and two, it allows me to essentially reduce the load. Because when you've written something down on a piece of paper or even discussed it with someone, your mind mentally thinks to itself, okay, the problem has been acknowledged. We don't need to process it in our dreams now. In layman's terms, if you wanted me to explain it. And so, if you've been experiencing similar problems with your nightmares, it's most likely because of stress and because of events that have recently occurred for you. And so, if you want to deal with them, do exactly what I said. Do some journaling. It's going to offload it from your mind. You're going to feel so much better. Also, if you can find someone who you genuinely trust and won't use this information against you, you never know, man. You never know. But like, I usually discuss this stuff with my family because I'm comfortable with sharing that information. I found it really helps improve my sleep. And you're probably wondering, like, yeah, I mean, I could, like, do I really want to improve my sleep that much at the cost of having to discuss these problems? Let me tell you something. I have crazy energy throughout the day, all right? Like, I don't take pre workout, I don't take caffeine, I don't take tea, nothing. And the reason for my crazy energy is solely because of my sleep. I'm gonna make a sleep video soon, but essentially, when I get good sleep in, I'm so much more productive, I'm so much more energetic, and when I'm more energetic, I'm more charismatic, I feel great. Like, this is my energy after a crappy night of sleep. So imagine me on a normal day when I've got like good sleep. And again, that crappy night of sleep only came because I didn't do any journaling last night. I spent a lot of time with a friend. And so, yeah, obviously, I'm not going to be discussing things that are bothering me all the time with my boys. So, essentially, make sure to journal it down. Make sure to discuss it with someone because it's really going to help you. Sleep genuinely is one of the most underrated things that you can improve for free. Forget caffeine, forget all these energy boosting drinks. You really don't need it. Your body's well equipped. Get your circadian rhythm in, morning sunlight, eat good foods. I'm going to be making a video soon on how you shouldn't eat large portions of food because I learned the hard way today that it can really be rather detrimental to your nature and your energy. Like, you don't want to know the type of day I went through today. But so essentially, we've covered it all. To sum it up, nightmares are caused because you aren't dealing with emotions and you let them pile up in your head and then they come out in your dreams. The solution to that is through journaling and through discussing with other people. An additional measure you can take is also reflecting on those thoughts yourself. But I find that's a bit more advanced. I don't think you'd be ready for that yet because it can be really challenging to face these emotions by yourself at times, like genuinely sitting there. You've got no screens, you've got no distractions, no nothing. Just dealing with those emotions, like raw dogging it, as most people say. It can be tough, all right? If you have someone to discuss it with, that's great. If you can journal it down, that's great. Raw dogging it, I'd say that's like the last resort. I actually usually do that on days where I have extra time. But like, especially when you just get caught up living life, you got to be living life. Don't forget to do that journaling at the end of the day, even if it's just 10-15 minutes, because I guarantee you it's going to save you a whole lot of stress. You'll be getting better sleep. And more importantly, when you deal with these problems, you're going to find you're actually going to have less problems with bad habits. Because when you get free time, let's say, you have two choices. Either deal with these emotions, which by the way, you'll notice, like let's say I told you to get off all devices right now, no distraction, no nothing, and just sit. I guarantee you within 5 minutes, you'll get a thought. Maybe not a good one. And so when we deal with them, you're less likely to have these negative thoughts. Because when you get those negative thoughts, you're going to want to escape that through doing a bad habit. It could even be a good habit, but the thing is, bad habits just require less friction, so you're more likely going to default to that. All right? I really hope this video helps you. It really has helped me when I've dealt with my nightmares. My sleep is great, my energy is great, my life is great, everything is great. You don't need fancy cars and all that. You know what? It's nice, and if eventually you get one, there's nothing wrong with that, obviously. But almost all the happiness that you want in your life, you can get started today or even tomorrow. It just depends on the type of food you eat, the type of life you live. Essentially, I have this YouTube channel so I can help you find a life where you're looking your best, feeling your best, performing your best, Getting productivity in the way the productivity gurus do, looking like a model and a bodybuilder at the same time, or like a mix between the two, because at least my personal preference is I don't want to be so skinny and be lean. I also kind of want to have some muscle on me. And so I essentially give advice on how you can live that type of life and also feel your best. I talk so much about consistency and how every once in a while you want to have a cookie, have it, dude. Like, it's going to keep you more consistent on your diet. And so if any of that sounds interesting to you, like and subscribe, man, because I can guarantee you I may have days where I'm nervous to come out on YouTube, but I'm going to do it anyways because this advice has genuinely helped me, and I'm so happy with the position I'm in right now, and I want to help others get to where I've gotten to. So I wish you a blessed day. Goodbye.